Alright, so now that you watched the introduction and have a basic understanding of what reading the tape is, let's move forward to the level 1 and the level 2. In this section we'll be going over the market maker box and just the basic indicators and what the data is telling you and what they are. What is level 1? The level 1 is a trading service that consists of real-time bid-ask quotes for securities trading on the stock market. This is from Investopedia.com. It pretty much shows you the real-time quotes, just a level 1. Doesn't show you the depth or the advanced of it, but it just shows you the very basic last quote and the real-time bid and ask or offer. What is the level 2? The level 2 is pretty much the more advanced version of level 1. It is a trading service that consists of real-time access to the quotations of individual market makers registered in every security. This allows you to watch trades being executed right in front of you, and it shows you the open orders on the bid for how much size and what exchange, and the same thing on the offer, and it shows you the prints, the actual trades that have been executed. Reading the tape refers to reading the level 1, level 2, and prints. This is where you're gathering your data from, and the level 1 and level 2 show you the data, and you'll be observing and analyzing the information that the tape level 1, level 2, and prints generate for you. The level 2, shows us who is willing to bid and who is willing to offer, at what price, and how much share size, and also what exchange. Shows you real-time order flow. Like we mentioned previously, reading the tape is a real-time indicator. It's not a chart where it shows you past data. It shows you real-time what's going on. You're allowed to see the open orders via level 2 and the trades that have been executed via the prints. The prints show you if trades have been made on the bid, offer, and in between. We'll go over those in a little bit. The level 2, like I mentioned before, is a more advanced level 1, and it shows you the open orders that are being shown. Also keep note that there are hidden orders and there are orders that aren't shown, but the level 2 shows you what is being shown. So right here we have a basic screenshot of a level 2 market maker box and level 1. This right here is the level 1, where it shows you the last print, the change in the stock as far as percentage points. This is how I have my setup. How much size the last print was for 500 shares, you can see here. The high of the day, the low of the day, the opening price, the previous close, the spread, the tier size, and the volume that has traded up to that point in the day on the stock, including pre-market. So this is 16 million shares has been traded at that point on the stock. If we go here into the left side, this whole section here is the level 2. Right here are the bids on the left side and the offers on the right side. Remember, the bids are the highest price people willing to buy at. The offer or ask price is the lowest price people are willing to sell at, and these are limit orders that people put out. So let's focus on the bids right now. These are the bids. It goes by highest number, highest price to lowest, and as you can see here how I've set it up, it shows you the bid size, which you times by 100. So right now you'll see 700 shares on the bid, the ECN, which is ARCA, and at the price, $35.88. So right here we're seeing that there's 700 shares on the bid on ARCA at $35.88. Also on NASDAQ there are 400 shares at $35.88. Also on Philex, Flow, and NATX, all at $35.88 for 100, 100, 200. Alright? So say once the stock trades lower and these orders get filled, the next best price that's showing is $35.86 for 100 shares. Again, these are the orders that are being shown. There are hidden orders that go through, and you'll see those hidden orders through the prints and the time of sales, which we'll go over in a second. On the right side are the offers. It's the same thing as the bids except for the sell side, where it shows you the size here, the volume, size of shares being offered out, the exchange, and the price. As far as the offers go, it goes by lowest price to highest price. So for example, we have 1100 shares on ARCA at $35.91, 200 on NASDAQ at $35.91, 100 on Philex, $35.91, and then after that, the next best price is 800 at BATS, $35.95, 300 EdgeX, 35.95, and so forth. So these are the bids, and these are the offers, and now we're going to move on to the prints and or time and sales. Time and sales of prints are right here. It goes the last trade executed to the previously traded and previously traded before that. You should keep note that these are the exchanges that the last trade has been executed on, the price, and the shares. So for example, the last trade that was put on was on Z35.91 for 500 shares. And you see how they're color coded. Green prints means the last trade on the offer. White prints between the spread, which would be not the bid, not the offer, but in between those two. And the red prints are the bid. So as we can see here, the last trade was 35.91 for 500 shares on the offer. Before that, 100 shares on the offer at 35.91. Before that, 2,000 shares at 35.90. So this is how you keep track of the tape, which is this, and you're also analyzing this data here, which we'll go into more detail in a minute. As we mentioned previously, this gray box here is a level 1. The white area shows you the symbol of the stock and the position. The green, which will be here, are the bids. These are the offers, and these are the prints and or time and sales. I call them prints. They're also known as the time and sales. Like I said before, the level 2 shows you the open orders right here. These offers here are the best price people are willing to sell at. Above the lowest offer are the underlying offers, or overlying, whichever one you want to call it. On the left side are the bids, best price people are willing to buy at, and then below that are the underlying bids. Okay? Remember, each trade that's put on, for every buyer there's a seller. So these are the guys that are patiently sticking their bid in for people to execute and hit the bids to get that stock, and vice versa. These are guys that have offers out, and there's people, these exchanges means someone is on the bid here for 200 shares, and someone hit the bids for those 200 shares and got that guy's bids. Same thing goes with the offers. The bids, like I mentioned before, are size of 100 shares each. So this is 200 shares here. Then the exchange and the price. So we have 200 shares on NASDAQ at 32.98. Here are the offers. You times them by 100, so it'll be 500 shares on Amex at 32.99 on the offer. Same thing goes to the prints or time and sales, where it shows you the exchange, the price, and the shares. So the last print was for on the bid for 32.98 for 200 shares. In this example, the highest bid that we're seeing is 35.88. The lowest offer is 35.91. And the spread between the two are 3 cents. What you do, get the offer, you subtract the bid, and the difference is 3 cents. So that is the spread. Again, the lower the spread, the better. Usually it's more liquid. Wider spread stocks are usually stocks I like to not trade so much because it's very difficult to, there's not that much liquidity for if I want to get in and out immediately. You should definitely watch the spread on the stocks because, like I mentioned before, it's a liquidity issue. The tighter the spread, the better, because you get better prices. Apple, for example, sometimes has a 50-cent spread, meaning for every 100 shares, if you pay the spread, meaning if you just buy the offer, you're already 50 cents out of the money, if you want to get out at that moment. You watch the underlying bids and offers to measure your real risk. For example, say you want to get in at 35.88 and you get filled on the bid, and you want to get out if this 88 drops, the next best price you'll get out is 35.86. Remember, these are the orders that are being shown. There are also hidden orders, but they're not shown in the level 2. Okay? But you can't always rely on hidden orders. You always got to measure your real risk by seeing here. So you get a proper risk to reward share ratio, and you could properly know what you're risking. Again, the underlying bids and offers show you how strong or weak the stock is. The more bids, the less offers, means it's stronger, theoretically. The more offers and less bids, the weaker it is. Real risk. Again, underlying bids and offers show you what your real risk is. It shows you where you're able to hit out of the stock if it hits your exit price. And you'll be using this to calculate your real risk to reward. And this is very important because you can't just hope that you get out at a certain price. for example, illiquid stocks. But you actually got to look at this to properly measure your risk. Like I mentioned before, if you're getting an 88 and you want to get out 87, there are no 87 bids. Your next best bid is 86. Again, it's just a penny, but you'll notice in time there'll be some times where there's 5-cent spread, or someone's holding the bid and the underlying bids disappear for about 10-15 cents. Your real risk is really 15 cents, not just a penny as you would have thought. Again, here's level 2 box. There's going to be a little quiz. Take a moment, take a look at this level 2 box, and you should see what this is, where the last price is, the change in points, the last size that was traded on the prints, the high of the day, the low of the day, the opening price, the previous close, how much volume has been traded up to that moment, percentage change on the day, where the bids are, what the best bid is for how much size and what exchange, also best offer, what exchange, what size, and what price, what the last executed print was. And take a second to answer those questions, and we'll go over them in a moment. Okay, so the symbol is DE, shows you up here, Deere & Company. The last price that was traded was 85.75, as you can see here. Change in points, down, since it's red, 1.21, $1.21. The last trade was for 100 shares. High of the day, 86.67. The opening price was at 86. Traded about 7 million shares up to that point. The low is 84.65. Previous close, 86.96. Percentage change, down 1.39%. These are the bids. These are the offers. The highest bid is for 1,100 shares on NASDAQ at 85.73. The lowest offer is for 100 shares on NASDAQ for 85.76. There's a 3-cent spread. The last executed trade was at 85.75 on the bid for 100 shares. Okay, I'm going to do a little tutorial on the level 2 with the video now instead of just screenshots. And what we're looking at here is a level 2. As you can see, this is a ticker. This is a level 1 box, level 2, and the prints. As you can see, CTSH is in the stock in play that we're watching. Tier close 69.66 was the previous close. The last share size traded was 100. The high of the day, 61.25. Opening price, 61. The volume, about 32 million shares has been traded so far. The low has been 55.73. Change of about 13 points and 20 cents. The last price traded, as you see right here, 56.47. Percent change from the close, about 18.93%, almost 19%, and the spread. As you can see here, on the left side we see the bids. These are showing the share size, the exchange, the price. Again, here are the offers, share size, exchange, price, and here are the prints. So what we see here, 400 shares on ARCA, 56.49 on the bid, and these are the underlying bids. And here we see the offers, which shows 800, now 600, 700 on NASDAQ at 56.46. And here we're looking at the prints, and you see the green prints that come down. This here appears the last print that has gone through. Okay, so we're seeing here green prints, meaning last trade on the offer. Red prints, last trade on the bid. White prints means in between. So we're going to see here Z, usually it's Z or Q. This right here, these letters are the exchange. The middle is the last price it traded, and then for how much size. So what you do is you see what price it traded, you see the color to see if it traded on the bid or the offer, and the size, while keeping an eye on level 2, which we'll be going over shortly. So just to recap, this is a level 2 box. Up here's a level 1, just a basic data. The stock ticker we're watching. This level 2, on the left side are the bids, right side the offers, and here are the prints.